The number of people graduating in law school is on the decline across the United States. According to Statista, the number of graduates has steadily declined from 2013 to 2019. As of 2020, a total of 34,420 students had graduated law school across America. Perhaps one reason for a steady decline is how difficult it is to secure and acquire clients once you get out of school and look to start your practice. Or are you a veteran lawyer who's looking to streamline and automate your operation to free up more of your time? Well, if you're a freshman lawyer or a seasoned pro who needs help in this department, this podcast is for you. Sam Mollaei is an attorney who helps his other fellow lawyers get more clients and have an increased client pool by automating their law firm so it can run completely on its own. He joined me this week to tell me all about the process and how the practice of law has evolved. I'm Kevin McShann. Let's have this conversation. Sam, if you're ready, I'll welcome you to the program, and I'm excited to learn all about your career in law. Great to see you today, and thank you so very much for being here.
Of course. Thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate it.
So, Sam, I know that you have a strong passion for law and helping other lawyers get clients faster. So, I'm wondering if you can tell me all about the great work that you do, buddy.
Sure. So I'm an attorney, and I started a law firm right as I passed the bar to become a lawyer. And I got exposed to this whole world of online marketing and online client generation. And I started applying these concepts of funnel. The system is called funnels, sales funnels for my first law firm. And I started working out. So I started duplicating it over and over. And right now I have 7 of these online virtual law firms, all generating clients. And the cool part is it's completely automated. That means it's running on its own. So I create the systems using very specific tools and also hire virtual assistants. These are people usually virtually that take care of the client generation to generate those clients and also be able to serve the clients automatically. And now in the past 2 years, I've been on a mission to teach other lawyers how they could set up the same virtual automated law firm for themselves.
And fabulous. Tell me about the benefits of going using technology to grow a law firm, buddy.
Sure. So everything that I teach is based on 3 key principles. The first is it's virtual. So that means you could run it essentially from your laptop from anywhere in the world. And also the second benefit of being virtual is that you're not tied to the 9 to 5 schedule. So you could run it at any point and you get clients usually 24/7 around the clock. Second part is it's automated. So that means it doesn't require your time 24/7 around the clock to sit there and make sure that you're talking to the clients and the leads and make sure that it runs. So you create the system and it's completely running on its own. And third is it's scalable. That means that it's able to grow without necessarily you doing more work. So instead of having one-to-one meetings, instead what I do is I focus my actions on very scalable actions, such as making videos or working on the systems that could reach potentially hundreds and thousands of people versus me having a one-to-one interaction with my clients.
Fabulous. And tell me, Sam, where does your individual passion for law come from, buddy?
In law, actually, I think my main passion is teaching and giving ultimately. I actually had a tutoring company, a very successful tutoring company in high school and college. And I always thought that was like, that's where my life was going to head, that I was going to basically run the biggest tutoring company. And then I started university, and then I went to law school, and I kind of lost touch with my tutoring side. And then I was wondering, like, what happened? What could have happened if I would have continued tutoring? Maybe I could have had the biggest tutoring company. And then I realized a couple of months ago, I'm like, wait a minute, I've been a tutor for the past 2 years, and I didn't even realize it because I teach lawyers all these concepts. So this whole time, I guess everything that I'm doing right now actually aligned with my initial mission in life, is to, again, teach and give. So yeah, that's actually my ultimate mission.
Yeah, and tell me, for any young lawyers, Sam, tell me, what advice would you have for them as they uh, look to grow their client base and sort of get their feet wet in law as a whole?
It's very important to first get self-educated on these concepts. And it's always good to have something to apply to. So for those young lawyers who are looking to eventually go on their own, it's a good idea to go create your website and start implementing anything that you learn to your website, or anything that you learn from. So it's very important, again, to have something to apply it to, not just like learn about it. So that's one practical advice. Create a website and start learning about funnels and creating your first funnels to be able to generate those types of clients.
And when we talk about law today, Sam, I'm curious to get your thoughts on how the practice of law has sort of evolved over the years.
Dramatically, as things have changed a lot because of the pandemic. I kind of had a foresight that I knew that the virtual law firm model will be the way to go. So I created my virtual law firm 7 years ago. But because of the pandemic, about 2 years ago, there was a rush of lawyers who had no choice but to be able to run their law firm from their bedroom. So which is kind of like a virtual law firm model that I was running for 5 years prior to that. So yeah, it has changed dramatically, and now most lawyers are either looking to either implement virtual law firms, or they've already implemented a lot of aspects of running a virtual law firm.
And Sam, just so that you know, I have what's called spastic quadriplegia cerebral palsy syndrome. It's that I don't have enough oxygen in my legs to walk normally. And my question for you is, how do you think lawyers can better advocate on behalf of people with disabilities so that they can live a fully inclusive and societal life where they're included in all aspects of life, which sort of break down barriers from a law perspective?
Sure. So there's a lot of resources and a lot of beneficial programs for this, but it takes a specialist lawyer to know what those programs are. Unfortunately, not every lawyer is kind of educated in all practice types. That's why it's very important to become a specialist, because once you become a specialist, then you'll be able to really help your clients. But I don't have general knowledge about that space, but I do know there are plenty of lawyers who do. So if you are, just all it takes is quick little Google search or going on YouTube to see what's out there, who's answering people's questions about these topics, and definitely get advice from a specialist lawyer who gives very specific advice about how there's specific programs exactly for this.
Very well. And Sam, I have an interesting question for you. I'm curious if your life was turned into a movie, Sam, since you live out there in LA. I'm curious, what sort of central themes would you hope were depicted in that movie, buddy?
That's a very good question. I think the whole thing in the last couple of months about the metaverse that it's been coming out, and people have been kind of figuring out what that is. That'll be pretty cool about how that's going to change things about how you interact with lawyers in the metaverse. So I can imagine a big online virtual metaverse law firm that you could walk into and get advice and walk out. And if you qualify for a case or something like that, then you'll be able to get help right then and then. So that'd be pretty cool. Kind of create this kind of virtual metaverse law firm, and kind of depict what that would look like in the future in 50 years, and how that looks like from the client's perspective.
Absolutely. And Sam, tell me, who would play you in the movie, buddy?
That's a good question. I do not know. I did not know. I don't have any famous. I don't have any favorite actors. Do you have any recommendation yourself?
Well, you know, as long as they're as uh, energetic as you are, but I'm sure we can find someone, right?
Yep. That's
And, and Sam, tell me, why do you think people should consider a career in law? Why do you think it's important to train more lawyers?
Sure. So there's different types of lawyer, and everybody has their own reason or mission why they do law. Some lawyers are just going after the money, just trying to make the most money. But the happy lawyers that I've seen are the lawyers that are mission based on helping very specific types of people. They either get along with the certain types of people for whatever reason, or they love helping those kinds of people. And those people are the successful, happy lawyers. Again, success, there's different ways to define it, but one way to define it is people that do what they enjoy on a daily basis. So I would say that would be the most important thing, is figuring out exactly what type of people you like helping, and then be able to serve that kind of community.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sam, tell me, when you look at your life, buddy, and when your final life chapter is written, how do you think you want your legacy to be determined?
By being somebody who helps people, who's not selfish, who's selfless, and is an all giver. Ultimately, everybody is here with a mission, with a mission and a purpose, and I think that's my mission, is to be able to take whatever I do for myself and be able to pass that on to other people around the world. So
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Tell me, Sam, if people want to get connected with you, buddy, what's the best way they can accomplish that goal?
sure. So all you have to do is just search, Google my name, Sam Mollaei, either on Google, YouTube, Facebook, anywhere. If you are a lawyer, I do help lawyers get more clients, and also help automate their own virtual law firm. So if you're a lawyer, definitely reach out. Or if you know a lawyer, maybe share this episode with them. I connect with a lot of lawyers, so I look forward to connecting with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Sam, I want to thank you for spending a few minutes with me to tell me about all the exciting things you do in the space of law, and how you help make it more efficient. Your time, energy, and efforts on my behalf are most appreciated. And I want to thank you for being here today, Bobby.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Appreciate it.